Howdy. We're back. And we're going to do it again. And nobody's here. Awesome. I don't mind. In case y'all are wondering, your normally fully scripted programming is not going to be on today. That doesn't mean that they don't love you. It doesn't mean that they don't care. Your normally scripted program is traveling to a pipe show and plan to give you plenty of live coverage from a pipe show. So for those people that, ooh, howdy Steph. Hey Steph. You gotta see this. Scott at the 16th day. Howdy, sir. Oh my God. Clifford Higgins. All right. So I've just popped this 10, which was lovingly sent by our all-time favorite Canadian. No, that's not Captain Canada. That, of course, would be Mike at Briar Blues. No, there's some really good people that are Canadians. But look at this. Look at this. This thing is like, I can read through it. It is so absorbed in oil. I mean, seriously. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this. But you can see through the paper. Through the paper. I sound like that guy that was all kind of crazy from the movie Waterworld. It's like this. You can smell Perique, and if you know what that plum's smell is like, then you are. I mean, as soon as you come across that plums, you should know that it's Perique. And this is. Well, there's probably a reason why some other famous label named their stuff plum pudding. I mean, look, this. And remember, that was the top leaf. This is a piece of paper underneath that wasn't even. That is touching the tobacco. It's like a sticky, gooey. I don't know how I'm going to pull a flake out of here. I don't know how I'm going to pull anything out of here other than a mess. I got to show this to you, though. You lost a student in your first hour? Oh, but you... Okay. You somehow misplaced a student in the first hour and then still managed to find said student, and it didn't cause any mortal wounding or projectile vomiting. This is a good day, Steph. This is a good day. So, here we go. Just look at that grate. It's like it's so pretty. I don't want to tear it up just to load this pipe, but I'm going to. But I don't want to. Mike, if you're out there watching, sir, I'm sure I'm going to have to owe you something soon. This is like wow. Okay, let's see if I can't wiggle this little tool under one of these flakes and maybe get that flake to rise up a little bit. No, it's going to come up in little strips, but the strips are exquisite. Man, all right. Maybe it's the top one that's been turned into a flake, and the other ones seem to be turned sideways. Maybe. I don't know. I've never had this before. At least not in this style. Hey, I did say we'd pop the 10. Student was confused and walked away with general education kids, then sat somewhere and we... Oh, okay. Give me just a minute so I can pull up a little bit more of this. I'm not going to try and get too much of this. What I need to do is get myself one of those jelly jars from my mother-in-law so that I can go ahead and crumble this all up. Okay, most of that top flake seems to... I'm going to do one flake today. And any crumbs that came with it. All right. Let's put the little wrappings back in here. Jeff, just a second. I'm working off of the lid right now, but as you can sort of see, I'm trying not to spill it all over the place. It is blend 633 Solani Virginia Flake with Perique. Let's focus that back on me. By the way, howdy Jeff, or Jeffrey. I see people calling you Geoff or Jeff. Please don't feel that my familiarity is a bad thing. I figure if everybody else is calling you Jeff, then it's probably because you want to be called Jeff. And I'm so terrible with names, so I really appreciate the actually having your name on there. It really helps me out a lot. DDT, howdy sir. AKA Dan. Dan the man. Alright. Lid going back on the Solani. Okay. So, just in case anybody's coming in and wants to see what in the heck I'm smoking, there it is. If you haven't seen the pipe before, I made a yabo about it just a couple of days ago. It smells so good, it's bringing the flies in. That's how you know the Perique smells good, is when the flies start showing up, because they also like plums. You don't believe me? Go cut about 3 or 4 plums in half and set them out there in your yard somewhere and watch as the flies just magically appear like clockwork. You'll have more flies than you can catch in a trap in just a few hours. Trust me on that one. Now that first one is probably going back to tell all his buddies, hey man, somebody's got plums. I figure if a fly can't tell the difference, neither can I. Alright. This is actually, that one flake produced a whole crap ton of tobacco. I barely got it all to fit here into the pipe. And the pipe has a marvelously large bowl. Also, hey, I'm sorry that this is not as scripted as a Flat Cap and Lady Fire. I just do mine lives. Plus, I thought about smoking this earlier today, but then I decided it was too damn hot out here on the front porch to even attempt it. And, well, so now we're here, and I am happy to be here with you. Man, I'm gonna say this, and I hope nobody gets mad at me, but I really can't wait for the next time I get to go see Steph and Skip, because I think I will bring a little of this, and I will share it. Even though I'm going to want to bogart the shit out of it, I'm going to want to not allow it to be out there anywhere other than in my possession. But I think when I get the chance to go see Steph and Skip, should be later this month. Unless they say no, don't come, and then I won't. can't bring the missus. If she won't come, there's no way I can do it. I'll ask her. Best I can say is I'll ask her. So, I've got a Jonas Design Pipes, blend 633 Solani Virginia's Flake with Perique. And the rest of the 45 minutes that I plan to be on is all for y'all. So, speak up. We'll talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. And we'll keep this party going right up into Nashville Mafia, or at least pretty close. I can only be on until 7, and sometimes they start a little later or not, but my time is not always my own. By the way, my Hooters hat is actually a Briar Blues hat. So if any of y'all missed the first smoke on this, Steph, I watched for him. I tried waiting for him, and I didn't see him. So I finally just decided on 6 to 7 that I would go ahead and do what I could do. Well, Cliff, he didn't actually say he stopped doing them. He just said he was going to slow down doing them all the time. So I'm not sure what's there. Howdy, Chad. Great having you on board tonight. So if you don't like a vapor, I'm pretty certain that Virginia and Perique is not going to be for you. Which is why I'm wondering, what in the heck happened that Mike sent me a vapor? Now, don't get me wrong. It is not a Scudo. But it had some wonderful age on it. I mean, as you could tell from the oils that had invaded into the paper, making it literally see-through. And I will tell you right now, it's got a bit more Perique than a Scudo. For those of you who understand what I'm saying, a Scudo it's lightly Periqued. It's not going to be so strong that it's going to jump out there and, really tell you, hey, I'm here. You can smell it a little bit. This was, when I opened the tin, all I could smell was Perique. I could not tell that there was actually Virginia in it. At least not by the smell. I can taste a little bit of it. it's got like a slightly touch of citrus. Somewhere between orange and lemon, but not forward, not strong, not crazy. It's just there. But most of everything I can taste, really, it's a good, strong Perique blend. I'll tell you right now, if you're going to smoke this, you might want to break it up ahead of time. And B, I would suggest a pipe that you like to sip on. Me, I like the sip feel of a wide open draw, so this works well. Most of my Cobbs would have worked well. But I figured, being that I was filling in for the dynamic duo as they make their way to a certain pipe show, that I can't attend because I'm broke. Well, I'm broke enough I can't travel, at least not that far. So I said I'd fill in for them. All right. That's most of that first light. There we go, char light. Woo! Thick smoke. Well, if, just like me, the crack is in the bottom of your wallet, don't worry, I understand completely. That's cool stuff. Trading recipes is always a good thing, if you can. Now, granted, there's some like family recipes that you're told by tradition you're not allowed to give out, and I'm not saying you should trade those, but in today's society, with the way that everything is microwave or fast food, you might want to write those down. I know stuff, right? Kintsugi. No, I do not believe I have actually heard of the art of kintsugi. I might have, but I'm not sure I know it by that name. Oh, repairing cracks with gold. Yeah, down around these parts we just use spackle. Careful on any of you plumbers. We'll spackle that sucker too. Got a hole in your drywall? Spackle. You're basically turning a crack into a gold inlay. Hey, Chad. I think Cliff's going to go pick some okra. Cliff, make sure your wife has some big jars and lots of pickling stuff. Pickled okra. I love pickled okra. I eat it by like the gallon. Hola, Villarica, ¿cómo estás? José Cavendish, mi amigo. Muy bueno, Jose. Muy bueno. Don't worry, I'm just answering the question that he's prone to ask. He likes to ask, and I like to answer. Dan, DDT, trust me, pickled okra does not have the slime. That is all gone. When it's pickled, there's no slime left. Not if it's pickled right. So here in a minute, I'm almost certain Boris will show up. Just so he can have his seat warmed up and ready for when Nashville Mafia starts. TMI, Cliff. Cliff's just getting off. I'll leave that for Cliff to say. It must have been because he looked at my Hooters hat. Now see, deep frying the okra fries that slime right out of the okra. And the boiling in vinegar takes that slime and transforms it into just basically nothing. I don't know where it goes, but yeah. Good stuff. Pickled okra. And if you know anybody that knows how to cook gumbo, they'll have you all set up to eat okra again, because what's gumbo without some okra? Ah. So Jose, tell your mom that I appreciate all of her time and effort in raising you, and that she has done such a wonderful job that if it wasn't so far, I would send some more kids down that direction to be raised by her. Cliff, that sounds like cruel and unusual punishment, sir. You be careful out there. Drink some water. Or a Gatorade, whichever one. I have found, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong in this, but I have found that you can tell a lot of how a person was raised just by how they treat others later on in life. And Steve and Kathy, oh my God, howdy, sir and ma'am. So glad to see y'all today. So for any of y'all that missed it, we got two things gonna happen. Bowl call. What are you smoking? What are you smoking it in? Right on the 30-minute mark too. So I am smoking blend 633 Solani Virginia Flake with Perique in my beautiful, used to be a Briar Blues exclusive Jonas pipe, Jonas Designs from Italy, handmade. It's got a little bit of a flat side so that it is a sitter, but it's too pretty to put down. Loved my joke about kilts and zippers. Well, that's a long statement there, isn't it though, Steve? I am not sure, Steph, but I am looking forward to seeing him. Cool guy, howdy, brother. You doing all right today? 8-state burley in a Calabrese pot. Very nice, Scott. Well, Jose, I really like it, but I like a good, solid Perique blend. I mean, if it could be more Perique, I would probably say it would be better, but I couldn't tell you by how much. 10 Russians in a Missouri Meerschaum MacArthur. That's almost sacrilegious to smoke them that way, isn't it? Said? Where said? Did I miss said? Well, if I miss said, howdy said, wherever you are. Yeah, I wouldn't call the Perique side soft in this blend. There's said. Howdy, sir. Great to have you on board. Sorry about that. And Paul the Piper. Howdy, sir. Great to have you in as always. It's actually got quite a bit of a Perique kick to it. So if Boris shows up, we got to remember, one, he's probably hungover or still drunk, and two, we should at least invite him to have a happy birthday. Now, Scott, I have not had the Beast. I do know which one you're talking about. It was called the Beast. It's supposed to be 50% Perique. I did not have it. I don't chase the small batch and special blends, because if I really like it and then I can't find it, and then I'm sitting there going like, well, to hell. But I have smoked actually full on straight out of Louisiana Perique. 100% Perique. And most people will look at me and go, you're crazy. But I like Perique. Yes, Steve, that's correct. Sorry about that. Ed Boris, howdy, sir. Happy birthday. If slightly belated. We still have time here in America where it's still your birthday, though. And everybody, y'all remember, Steve and Kathy are not going to be late on Sunday. When you show up at noon Central Time and they're not there, they've been telling everybody they're going to start an hour later and see how well that works for everybody, including themselves. So write it down on the calendar, jot it down, however it works. And just remember, Steve and Kathy are going to be an hour later than your normal time. I will tell you, I am getting quite a bit of some moisture buildup in this pipe, though. Now, granted, I am a wet smoker. I've long discussed this fact. And B, I did not dry the blend. I popped the tin and went ahead and started smoking it. And C, I wanted that full, fresh, straight from the tin feel so I could know what I was doing with it. I don't blame the pipe for having a moist condition today. It's pretty humid here in Houston. You can ask Steph, she will agree with me. It feels like it. Have you ever walked out of a sauna and you first hit that cold air right after you're in the sauna, but then your skin is still hot just before it really gets to you that it's cold? Well, it's almost like that, but it's a constant like that. It doesn't get cold, it just stays that moist, thick, almost unbreathable air. I gotta tell you, I have Gulf moist. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, cool guy. That is definitely a good way to put it. It's been pretty well mouth weather here in the Houston area for the last couple of days. By mouth weather, I mean 98 degrees and 100% humidity, and it's not raining. Yeah, it's like walking out of your house into somebody's mouth. Got a meeting with the optometrist. Boris, you're such a young man, there's no way you're blind. Hopefully, if you do need glasses, they will at least give you a pair that looks right on your face. And yes, cool guy, it is an oven effect. I'm pretty sure Steve and Kathy get similar conditions up there in Oklahoma around the parts where they live. Liking this blend. Well, Steph, in my defense, because you're right, but in my defense, when the excrement hits the fan, you want a guy that's going to just say, hey, this is what we do, let's do it, let's get it done. Most women don't really care for a guy that's always going to look at them and go, I don't know how to do anything. How do we do this again? $70 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, I wish. 101, not including the heat index. Oh, Steve. Brother. Water. Iced tea. More water. Now, whatever works for you, but yeah, definitely something in the water category. One thing I do know, when you're dealing with heavy heat, stay hydrated. The alternatives are not pleasant. Some of y'all might remember I drove an ambulance for a little while after I got out of the Army, before I figured out that I could take my my MOS and I could put it to use in various other places. Yeah, you don't want to know what they do for heat stroke and heat exhaustion. You don't want to have to experience it. Trust me on that. I'm not going to go into that, but yeah, it's not for everybody. Definitely not for me. But they got to cool down your core somehow. There's one real quick way that they can get cold into your core where it's far enough away from the rest of your body that it can actually make a difference. Think about it. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Boris, you can't beat the average Finnish winter either. The Finnish have been trying to beat it for years and still hadn't figured out how. So I don't know how you're going to beat it. Glenn! G'day, mate. I know that didn't even sound right, but hey, I tried. Dan? You guessed it. It's either that or they've got those snap sticks that get cold instantly, and they snap one, shake it a couple times, and give it a little lube, and have fun with that. Oh, it must have cooled off a little bit by the time I actually got to 6 o'clock. I know it was solidly in the 90s at 4. Miserable weather out here between 3 and 4. But I like to do a certain Friday chat just before Chad's. Sometimes it's brutal. So Jose, I gotta tell you, I really am digging this Blend 633 stuff. It's pretty good stuff. 73 degrees Celsius. What in the hell? Damn, how can you stand it there, Glenn? It's what happened? Did Australia drift off the underside of the Earth and break away and drift towards the sun? I mean, what the heck's going on? I know you converted that to Fahrenheit for us Yanks. Appreciate that though. Hillbilly Piper, howdy sir. All right, Steph. We will definitely be seeing you over there on Nashville Mafia. At least I hope we will. Mercian. Now, Mercian actually was a English kingdom. Way back in the day. Back before they actually had 4 digits in the date. You don't have to believe me. You could look it up. But it's there. Well, that's pretty nice of Norway to do that for y'all Finnish. We'll have to say thank you to Norway at some point. They had to fight a bullfrog for the water hose. All right, Steve, come on now. That can't be true because the water comes out so hot from that damn water hose that it'd boil that bullfrog clean alive, and he knows it. Water hose water, the original sports drink. Think about it. Back when most of us were kids, we all drank water from the water hose. And I'm with Dan on that one. Frog legs for dinner. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Boris, but there's certain parts of Finland where you can look across and you can actually see Norway, but there's a body of water separating y'all because of the fjords there. Oh yeah, Scott, believe me, I know. Glenn, you don't know what you're missing. Just go on out there and catch one of them mambas and, well, I figure crocodile and alligator probably taste about the same. Now you got a meal. Mm-hmm. You ain't never had a good meal till you had some gator. Fried gator on a stick. Mm-hmm. Come on, Glenn. It's pretty easy. All you need is a firearm of some sort. Oh, wait. Y'all are in Australia. Never mind. You might as well go hunting grizzly bears with nothing but a switch. Well, Glenn, The reason why Gator does not taste good for you, because y'all got no Cajuns in Australia. I mean, just look at all these comments coming in saying Gator is good. Gator is real good. Howdy, Paul. Chicken chewing gum. How come everybody thinks stuff tastes like chicken? Maybe chicken tastes like rabbit. Howdy, Steph. So glad that you're back. Will Skip be making the Nashville Mafia show? Do you know? No big deal if you can. Yeah, Steph, come on now. You know that I do not sing happy birthday to people. One, I do not have the white dress. Two, I do not have the body for the white dress. I might be able to pull off the voice, though. Some of y'all caught the Marilyn Monroe reference there. No, cool guy, not happening. See, being that it is Boris's birthday, and he has now said, please don't sing, I am going to fulfill his birthday wish and not do it. You're welcome, sir. I appreciate your health and your support. Yeah, true. There probably is a copyright on the Happy Birthday song. Though there is not a copyright on doing it in the style of Marilyn Monroe, which is part of the reason why I said I don't have the white dress and I don't have the body for the white dress. I mean, I've got bumps and curves and all of that, but my bumps and curves are in the wrong side. It just wouldn't look right. Martin could probably pull something like that off. I've heard he's been in a tutu. That was the end part, right? Or are you talking about, and many more? Oh, I'm not smoking some Burley Kentucky blend. Look, Boris and I might agree on cigars, but we seem to not agree too much on pipe tobaccos. But that's okay. We don't have to agree on everything. Like, I think the greatest moment in sports was 1980, when the United States won a gold medal after beating the Russian team. Boris is not going to feel the same way about that situation, because the Finnish team was the team that lost to the United States in the gold medal match. don't worry, said. YouTube has threatened to throw me off for a lot of things. They've even got as far as to say that my channel is not suitable for commercials. Darn. I don't want those damn commercials in the middle of my live stream anyways. And they sure as hell ain't going to throw me any money if they do start throwing them in there. That's what's pissing them off, is that they can't put them secretly inside of my streams without my knowledge and make money on it. Well, a guy from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and his Russian pal created a company, bought YouTube, set up all kind of stupid rules, and now here we are. Scott, I leave my stuff up there. They want to sit there and throw a fit on it, let them. What's worse they can do? Take my birthday away? Paul, now if they want to put that ad, as long as somebody's smoking a fine tobacco pipe in the commercial, I'm willing to allow it on my channel. But Boris, I mean, is that the greatest moment in all of sports history? Now, granted, if you looked at the team as generated that went up against the Russian hockey machine, that team should not have won. There's no way. You play that game 100 times and 99 times the Russians would win. Somehow the Americans made it happen. Well, Scott, back in the day, YouTube was just trying to get well enough known that they wouldn't fail the way Google Video did. Yes, there was a Google Video team. DDT. There's a female with the last name of Felix for America that's got almost that many gold medals by herself. Just saying. Yeah, right. I would be worried about somebody reading from the dictionary first, but seeing that it would definitely get banned for obvious reasons that are not obvious to anybody, but for obvious reasons they would get banned. That would be the fun part. I did write them back an email in response to their email, but then they said that that was an automated portal and therefore it's not receiving emails. I try to stay away from gold medal unless it's flour. Did you hear about the stupidest Olympian? He won a gold medal was so proud of it, he went home and had it bronzed. Did-it. Crickets, crickets. Olympic pipe smoke off. I'd be good with that sport. I would be good with that sport. Canada, Finland, and Slovakia. What's the most watched sport in Russia? I know that they're pretty serious about chess, but I really wouldn't call chess a sport. Oh, goody. I just got told that there is a software update that's going to start happening here in just a little bit. Luckily, I'm over the hour time that I said that I would go. Unfortunately, that means, even though we're having a great conversation in here, I'm going to end up having to cut this thing short. Otherwise, it's going to start jacking with my whole feed, and y'all are just going to get the stupid spiral that says buffering. Yay. Ladies and gentlemen, and especially Boris, it has been so much fun having y'all come in here today, especially on Boris's birthday. Boris, happy birthday again. Let's hopefully see several more before you decide to get tired of us. Shortly, we should be able to tune in to the Nashville Mafia show. And as soon as that's running, I'm hopefully going to be able to be out there and see y'all again. Howdy, Dave. Sorry that we didn't stay on long enough for you to sit in here very long. I know you just got here, but everybody's going to the Nashville Mafia show pretty quickly. I think they start here in another little bit. I know. I can't understand anything that those Canucks say. Oh, you meant the Finnish language. Sorry, yeah. Just picking on you, Dan. Alright, so y'all have a great day. Hopefully we will see you soon. I've got a software update to do. As always, y'all take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Let's do the best we can on that. And as always, long lives, big bowls, and long ashes. Y'all take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.